Lucy Joe is ushering us in with a nice slider this morning.
I love this idea. I want to talk about it for a second, but first I want to know, Lucy, what's your trashy TV show that you watch? Do you have something? One of these series?
No.
No.
No, not really. Well, I just
Reality
started,
TV?
No, I've never really been into reality TV. I love The Crown. That's not trashy. I'm late on the game to Suits.
Oh boy.
Oh, Lucy!
Why did I ask this question?
Oh my gosh.
But I do. Spirit always says, like, I don't have an addictive personality until it comes to television, and then I will. One time, I did stay up all night and watched. Rain. Did y'all watch that one?
Rain?
Like REIGN. It was about.
It's a CW show, yeah.
So I forgot that was really good. Sons of Anarchy. I used to stay up all night and watch that.
Wow.
So, I know. Only addicted to television.
I'm surprised. I thought I was going to hear Virgin River or Bridgerton or something like that.
No, my mom watches Bridgerton, which is hilarious, but I've never watched it.
What's
Shout
yours,
out
Joe?
to Lucy's mom.
Do you have a trash TV?
I only watch like historical period pieces that make me smarter. All right, let's talk about the food today. We are in the kitchen with Lucy from Greer's, of course, and you've made something like this before, but you've added a holiday twist to it.
Yes, we have made these sliders before. The other ones are really good too. It's ham and pepper jack. They were spicy with jalapenos on there, and that is on the website, of course. You could look. And also, I forgot I made an Italian one too. I put that on the website. I forgot about that. But today we are making, like you said, a holiday one with ham and some cranberry sauce. And so this is what I thought would be great for any holiday party.
So are you going with just the jarred cranberry?
I am, but it's the whole berry one.
Okay.
So you can see it still comes out of here like in the shape of the can, but then once you start stirring it up, it actually looks like cranberry sauce that you make from fresh cranberries. So, which of course you could. A lot of people have fresh cranberry sauce left over this time of year, so this would be a good way to use, like if you made cranberry sauce, or you could just buy this one.
Our 10 o'clock producer Liz claims to have a very simple but fantastic cranberry sauce recipe.
Oh,
so maybe she could do that and infuse it with this.
Liz, share that, yes. And we're going to use our King's Hawaiian rolls. So you just keep them with the tops on, just take them out of the package and then just get a serrated knife and go across. We're just cutting them in half lengthwise. And it's okay, they may come apart like that. So we're just going to flip the tops over here and just kind of set them aside. And we're going to go ahead and put the bottoms. And I'm just using a throwaway pan, and I just sprayed it lightly, but of course you could just use any kind of baking dish. Just
use olive oil non-cook?
Yeah, that's just what I had.
Spray.
You could use whatever nonstick spray. So we'll go ahead and put that in here. And then I like to use, I don't know if you've ever used this Kentucky Legend ham. Have you seen this? So this is really cool. We use this a lot in our family. These little hams, this is half of it. So they're about 2 pounds. And we just get them back, we sell them in our meat departments. And it's a really good quality ham, and they're already sliced.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's really nice. So this is great. Of course, for sandwiches, splatters, this would be great, like if you're making quiche, like get this, chop it up, whatever. And it's kind of like, oh, I baked a ham and used it.
Yeah, it seems more like real ham instead of maybe some of it's like an elevated deli meat.
Yes, exactly. Or of course you could get, sliced deli meat. We sell Kreshmar meat in our stores, which is a really good quality sliced meat in our deli. So you could get that too. And we're going to use about 3/4 of a pound and just layer it on. And this would be good with turkey too, but I thought that the ham would be really good.
All right, so Lucy, we're now just a couple weeks out from Christmas. I'm sure things are starting to ramp up a little bit in the stores. Lots of holiday festive things going on.
Yes, totally. We are having, each store kind of does their own thing during Christmas, and it's really fun too. Of course, the stores have parties on their own for team members. We're actually having we do a Christmas party every year. We have 29 stores, of course, and so we do a party with all the store directors and their spouses and all the operations team and all the office people, and we're doing it at the Battleship this year.
Nice.
So we're doing that tomorrow night, and it's just a great time of year to bring everybody together. We started doing spouses a couple of years ago, and it's so nice to see people that that you work with all the time, get to know their spouse or their friend. So we do things this time of year more so to celebrate our teams, but the stores are also full of holiday candy. They're full of everything you need to make your spirits bright.
Well, that sounds great. Lots of great employees throughout the Gulf Coast at Greer's. And just a note to the public, too, if you hear loud noises coming from the battleship, don't file a public noise ordinance claim. It's just Greer's and the team partying it down. Lots of fun stuff here. Lots of great stuff with this recipe. Definitely something I'm going to want to make. We'll continue that in just a bit right here on Studio 10.
All right, we're back in the kitchen with Lucy today. Joe and I are super excited about this, Lucy. You're making a holiday hot ham and cranberry slider recipe.
Yes.
Perfection.
Perfection for all these parties that people are going to. And you can make them ahead, which is great. And what we've already done is we took 1 pack of King's Hawaiian rolls and just sliced them in half lengthwise. And I'm just using a throwaway pan. And this would really be good to do if you were going to take these somewhere. You know, you could do 1 or however many, and then that way when you could bake them off at the party or right before and ditch them. Anyway, ditch the pans. So I just sprayed it lightly, put the bottoms in there, and then I did ham on the, I should have kept the package out, but we talked a little bit about the ham. I like to use these little Kentucky Legend hams that's already sliced in the package. We sell them in the meat department, and they're really good. And this would be a great thing to do, you know, if you have ham left over, and then, you know, you could use it and do these for New Year's Eve or whatever, if you have a ham, or you could go to the deli counter, get sliced ham, whatever you want to do. And then I'm going to add, I like to use pepper jack cheese.
That's my cheese of choice, too.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
I like it. It's really, it melts so well.
Right.
So that's one reason. And then it also adds a little bit of color, and then it adds a little bit of spice, of course. So the flavor is just really good. But you could use whatever cheese you like. Of course, you know, anything that would melt well. If you didn't want to use cheese, you didn't have to. So I'm just going to use 6 slices. And then the last thing on here before we make the sauce for the top is we talked a little bit about the cranberry sauce. So I got the whole berry cranberry sauce. You may have not even like noticed it before because a lot of people, you know, just go just for the jellied one, which is the same thing. It comes out.
Rings.
I told him before it comes out just like that in the rings. And then, but once you stir it up,
that's nice.
Yeah, it looks like you made it from fresh cranberries. You know, I've made fresh cranberry sauce on here before.
Right.
And I can't remember exactly what I did. I think I did maybe one time a shortcut version of, you know, using this instead of making it. And I think I maybe did it on brie or something.
Right.
So anyway, a lot of people may have leftover cranberry sauce as well. So this would be just a good way to use it up too. So I'm just gonna do just half a cup.
And if you want to make it look like you made homemade cranberry sauce, just pray no one asks you, did you make this? So you don't have to lie.
Say,
it's so delicious.
So delicious.
It's so delicious. Okay, we're running out of time, but we're gonna spread this guy out.
Yes, and then the next segment we will make the butter sauce that goes on top, and these puppies will be ready for the oven.
Cannot wait to try it. We'll have this recipe coming up with Lucy. Joe.
Back in the kitchen with Lucy from Greer's. We hope you guys are getting ready for the holidays and have all your planning and gift giving and food and all that kind of stuff thought out at this point. You know, we're still a couple weeks away.
We are.
So there's still some time.
Some time for sure. Like we talked about for Thanksgiving, you know, just plan your meals and everything early and go ahead and get, you know, the food shopping out of the way. So yeah, we're making our sliders. So we have our ham layered on here and our pepper jack cheese, and then we put our whole berry cranberry sauce. And as you can see, the whole berry is a good option because there's whole berries in there, and it'll be good little texture on there for us. So that was, of course, 12 King's Hawaiian rolls. And so we're just going to do our sauce real quick. We have 3 tablespoons of butter, and I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of brown sugar, 1/4 teaspoon of Italian seasoning, 1/4 onion powder, 1/4 garlic powder, 1/4 salt, and then just 1/8 teaspoon, of pepper, and then just a little bit of 1/2 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. And then we're just going to brush this on. That's gonna be our topping.
This is the best topping, y'all. When you put this on there, it brings out
is.
so much buttery goodness and adds a flavor profile to it. And then when you combine it with the heat from the pepper jack, but the sweetness of the cranberries and the this sounds like it's going to go together so well.
And this would be a great make ahead. So if you were going to make this ahead, and you could make these little sandwiches a couple days in advance. At this point, you would just do this up to this point, wrap it up, put it in the fridge, and then you could even make the sauce. And then once you put it in the fridge, of course, the butter is going to congeal, but then once you put it in the microwave, it'll melt back. And so that way you could do it in advance. Just don't put the butter on top if you're going to make them in advance. Just do it last minute. So at this point, we're going to brush this on, cover these with foil, bake for 10 minutes, and then take the foil off and bake for another 10 minutes. So it doesn't take too long to let this cheese melt and get these little buns crisped up.
And there you see the finished product too, which we have on the table in front of Lucy there, if you want to check that out. What a great holiday recipe to keep in mind. Before we let you go here today, Lucy, I wanted to ask you, there are a lot of people who want to do something special for the holidays, but maybe they can't cook for themselves or they're too busy or whatnot. You have a lot of ways that you can help people with that, with all the food you have and products at Greer's.
Yeah, absolutely. Any of our stores with delis, we make party trays, whether it be sandwiches or chicken tenders or anything like that. We also are selling holiday dinners again, just like we did for Thanksgiving, ham or turkey with the different sides. If you are in downtown Mobile, our St. Louis market does a lot of catering for the offices down there, whether it be holidays or box lunches or anything. So if you just go inside your local Greer's, you can get all the information. So if you don't want to, cook, or if you don't want to shop yourself, we'll do the shopping for you, and you can have curbside pickup or delivery. So lots of options. And that's just some poppy seeds I put on top.
Some poppy seeds on top. Whatever works for you. Can I try it by
Yeah, try one.
I'll try one real quick here before we go.
And these are good. I mean, of course, like they're the best hot out of the oven, but it's good to. They're still good room temp, so they're still good for a party because they're still great even if they've cooled off.
This is delicious,
Oh,
y'all.
good.
Perfect thing for the holidays. Such a great recipe. Find it on fox10tv.com. Greers.com has a bunch of info on there as well. Great stuff. Lucy, good to see you as always.
Thank you.